Hi, I'm Symphoneers, and for my first constructed deck of Neon Genesis Kamigawa, I had to take a look at Modified Mono Red. It's been performing pretty well for me at 76% over 29 matches. So, yeah, I thought I'd make a video about it. Let's get into it. Way low down on the curve, we have a usual package for me in Fireblade Charger and some Dueling Rapiers. Dueling Rapier is an easy way to modify creatures, and it gives Fireblade Charger haste, which is very handy. We also have Kumano Face's Kakusan. I know some people think this might be a little bit slow. It's not, trust me, it's very good or has been performing very well. In particular, the ability of the second step to put a counter on something and upgrade it or modify it has been very relevant. Just little things it can do, like effectively convert your Upriser Renegade into a 4/4 once its modified thing is met, is very handy, very punchy, and has been good. We also have Rabbit Battery, maybe one of the best cards in the deck, like if not the best. Haste 1/1, equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has haste. This is one of the main ways we modify our creatures, and it's generally very useful for maintaining at least a little bit of board presence after a Wrath or something. Like if your opponent Blood on the Snows for a Professor Onyx or a Lolthor or whatever, you will have a Rabbit Battery if you've tucked it away afterwards to work with, which can be very useful. Spikefield Hazard in the mana base to light up the knights. I was testing Flame Discharge in the deck. Well, Flame Discharge is very handy with Bloodthirsty Adversary because you can kick the adversary that meets Flame Discharge's modified requirement, so it can deal 2 to anything pretty easily. That cute interaction ultimately was not worth running a X spell that could not, like, target your opponent's face. So back to 2 light up the knights. We have 2 Abrades in the main deck too. There's just been even more artifacts and stuff in the meta, so it's handy. 2 Bloodthirsty Adversaries again, just for recurring burn and stuff. We also have Kami's Flare. Because we often meet the modified requirement, this card basically reads, kill something and deal 2 to the opponent's face, which is very handy. Upriser Renegade is a card that people should be playing more. It's really good. Having a 2-drop that can be a 3/3 or a 5/3 or God forbid your opponent doesn't interact with you, a 7/3 is great. In the 3-drop slot, we have Reckless Stormseeker. This is mostly kind of a curve-filling spot. We don't have a ton of stuff without haste, but hasting in like an Upriser Renegade or a Fireblade Charger can be relevant. We have 2 Chandra Dress to Kill. I think it might be correct to run 3, like even trim a land to run a 3rd. But yeah, Chandra, just a nice way to kind of have some card advantage, especially in control matchups. Also just pings face, helps you ramp into Raiju if you've missed a land drop and stuff. And yeah, top of the curve, Thundering Raiju. This card is great, it kills people dead real quick. One small thing to maybe note, both Raiju and Upriser Renegade have other creature as their kind of modified payoff. You do want to be very mindful of how you're allocating counters and equipment with this deck, just so you maximize damage, maximize lethal, and so on. In the mana base, we have 3 Sukenzen Crucible of Defiances, the new legendary land from Kamigawa that can spit out spirits. I have found this to be an issue exactly once in 30 games, so the correct number of copies for the deck might be 2, but it hasn't really come up that much, so 3 has felt pretty good. We also have 2 Den of the Bugbears. I don't like running more of these than you need to just because they like them coming in tapped is a bummer. 3 Shatter Skull Smashings is kind of backup burn. We're running a lot of lands actually for a deck with a curve this low, but because so many of our lands can do stuff, it's kind of okay and helps ensure that we smoothly curve up to Raiju most of the time. I think that about covers everything. If you like the video and all that, click all the YouTube buttons and stuff. It helps the algorithm go brr. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's get on to some games. Ooh, pretty good opening hand. Kumano on 1, Rabbit Battery on 2, question mark, Raiju? Yeah, we can keep. Curving on out, to the bright side, to the great big Raiju in the sky. Oh, adversary here actually is quite nice. Just so the counter is going on something that will always be a creature. Although they might have removal for it, so, Vroom vroom. Dome our opponent for 3. Yeah, based on our land draws, we might be sending out Sokenzen as the spirits. Geist Flame Reservoir. Are we getting Burn? Ooh. Rakdos Burn with artifacts and stuff? That'd be fun. Yeah, so, Rabbit Battery, and we tuck Rabbit Battery onto the Etching of Kamano just to protect it from removal, board wipes, you know, anything. We're not doing anything else with our mana, so. Yeah, we are definitely expecting probably just a murder here. Oh, play with fire, sure. Wait, they're cobbling it together? Oh, ooh, I was wondering if this would be a thing. You're already dead in, like, burn or something similar. It's good card advantage for them. Does suggest that they are doing, like, a prowessy card advantage-y type of build. The wording on this is that much damage. We do probably want to send in the Raiju this turn so we can get it above Geist Flame Reservoirs, like, the easy damage. Also, hasten Sekensen Spirits next turn, kill them, maybe? We're moving fast this game, which is good, because they are playing a controlling deck. Whoa! Burning down the house! Okay. So Kenzen go vroom vroom games to our opponent. Good, yeah, great example. Words are hard. Great example of Sokenzen Crucible, being good. Only one creature is a bit concerning. One creature, 2 pieces of interaction, so Kenzen. I might mull. That's a little more exciting. Drop a Kami's Flare and go from there. Yeah, we want to move a little bit faster than that other hand would let us. We could keep the other hand and, like, draw into really good hits or something like that. Jukai Naturalist is very good, so I'm going to immediately murder it. Yeah, we don't want them spitting out Hallowed Haunting Spirits and stuff on 3. Upriser Renegade. Do the Fireblade Charger? I think next turn we're looking to Upriser Renegade haste. Pardon me, that sequencing doesn't work. What am I talking about? If we hit a land drop, we can do that. And I'll be interested to see if this works for the opponent. I am working on a enchantments deck. It's okay. Or, like, it has a 55% win rate right now. I'm trying to get it, you know, a little bit higher, a little bit more punchy before I do a video on it. I did feel it could use more card advantage, but I think Sigarda's Splendor is too slow. I do like Restoration of Iganjo. In particular, if you can play with, like, runes or the good dog or stuff like that, it's great. So here we are moving to the Fireblade Charger, because that will give this Upriser Renegade more damage. Also, if the Charger dies, give it a slightly better ping. Yeah, if they sweep the board here, we do have lethal off of Fireblade Charger hits. Or no, not quite lethal, because they would heal off of Sigarda's Splendor. And we get them. Good games to the opponent. Ooh, very decent hand. Let's go. Kamano on 1 into Rabbit Batteries, into Chandra or Stormseeker, depending on how much they play out to board. Yeah, Thundering Raiju. We should be able to curve out to it. Professor of Symbology, so maybe, like... You don't usually see Professor of Symbology with a more... Azorius theming? I guess they might be Esper, too. Oh, we just take this here, I think. Want to keep pressure up. That's a little bit awkward, but, like, we need to hit them, so... No sense dragging out the losses we'll need to take. They heal back up. Given that they're looking like a control opponent, I think I want to Chandra here. Chandra tends to be difficult for control to deal with, or more difficult than creatures.
Yep.
and I don't
I'm
really
basically
want to play into a
professional at saving Innistrad by now.
board wipe right away.
Give a toast?
Let's
I'd
reconfigure
love
onto
to.
the etching to protect the rabbit battery from a board wipe. Or just removal in general. And then, yeah, we will be looking at Chandra into Raiju, or like Chandra uptick Raiju this turn, I think. They might have a Doomscar next turn. I don't think we can really play around that. We could do some different
Aw, you're
sequencing
looking a
too.
little singed.
Do we want to play around a counterspell here? Yeah, I don't hate doing that, actually. Yeah, so I think they're either holding up a counterspell or spot removal like a Fateful Absence. So rather than just slam the Raiju right into it, I'll kind of use some of our other options that were less sad if it gets, you know, Saw coming, for example. Who could have seen that coming? We will reconfigure onto the Fireblade Charger to give it haste, vroom, swing in for 4. Chandra uptick at 5. Memory Deluge, okay. Oh, we have lethal, I think. Yeah, Raiju counter on the Etchings of Kumano, that's 5 damage from there. 3, ping, ping, ping. So yeah, unless there is... Oh, they could have a Fading Hope. I guess it's maybe correct to say we have good odds of lethal here. Raiju, go vroom vroom. There's the Fading Hope. Okay. Fair.
I'd love to.
So they know we have the Raiju now, but they also can't really afford to neglect the board, even if they can deal with the board cleanly. Sorcery speed, Wandering Emperor, okay. That seems pretty bad, given what we've shown them. I mean, I think the Wandering Emperor is great. Also another card I really want to build around. I don't think she's amazing in what appears to be hard control. Do think she wants creatures to work with to make the uptick ability good. Like, the uptick ability is so good at, instant speed. Yeah, we're Gucci, we're golden, we're made in the shade, right? We don't have lethal this turn, like literally this turn though. So I think what I might do is just ping
You're lucky this
ping
is a warning
that.
shot.
Or we could, sorry, I should really have maybe thought through this more. Oh, yeah, that was probably a mistake, but oh well. Vroom vroom. Yeah, we had exact lethal. Exact lethal even kind of BM killing the Emperor. Anyway, good games to our opponents. This is a pretty interesting hand. Let's keep it. Send in the Rabbit Battery on 1. Then we have 2 pieces of removal to keep their board thin and protect Chandra with. Red from the opponent. I think other people are learning mono red is good. I'm surprised at how many mainboard Ronins I've been seeing, but that's kind of neither here nor there. I think I want to hold up some of our removal. Try to hit whatever they play this turn. Which might just be the Ronin again, but you know, we'll see. Yep. Do you have Ronin number 2? Okay. We will use the Abrade here to just pew-pew. I don't hate doing this either, because the Ronin, like, even though it's kind of a temporary creature, it does go back to hand and is always a live card, like they can discard it for card advantage. or to draw something more relevant to the
I've never
game.
crashed a wedding like this, but give a toast.
So we have
I'd
the
love
Charger
to.
on the field to help chump block for Chandra if they have another one. Yeah, I do like Ronin, but I do think it's more of a
Ooh,
sideboard
payback's gonna
card.
be spicy.
At least in a kind of generic mono-red deck. We have two Upriser Renegades, so I would like to get them both down, I think.
Watch me heat up the dance floor.
Then ideally we'll be able to... they seem like they're packing a lot of burn, so we might not be able to... Like, we might not untap with Chandra. But if we do, then we can start exiling the top card of our deck to hunt for something to modify our creatures. A Dueling Rapier here would be good. If we draw a land, then a Thundering Raiju would be good. Yeah, kind of anything. Rabbit Battery would be fine too. Kumano, not super ideal, but it would be a live card, so. I know some people really like Igneous Inspiration in Mono Red.
Not even a gift bag.
Never feels that great to me. Or like, this is a style of card advantage that I think really suits Control more than Mono Red, but... You know. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, like, I don't think paying 3 mana for a vanilla 3/2 is... Oh, that's a little more interesting. Still going to shoot the 3/2. The Voltaic Visionary is only relevant to... Very nice. Okay. Room. Our Upriser Renegades are live, which is nice. They probably take the block here. Yeah. So one of the Renegades goes down, but we deal 5 to our opponent. End turn. Bloodthirsty Adversary recurring. Oh, Igneous. Sure. I would assume Igneous on the Renegade. Mm-hmm. Mascot Exhibition is wild, but okay. Thundering Raiju, you love to see it. Vroom vroom. We will put the counter on the Raiju here because the Fireblade Charger is already modified and we don't care as much if the Charger goes down. We can use the, if the Charger goes down too, we can also, yeah, the Death Trigger will kill our opponent. I think they just figured that out. So, both survive for now. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting example of why I'm not high on Igneous Inspiration. Like, it clearly is a good source of card advantage. I'm not doubting that at all. But it is just very slow for what Mono Red is trying to do. Oh. Royal Eruption. In this case, yeah, we just shoot the Rabbit Battery, because then we can punch through. We get the trigger on Raiju. Like, 1 counter on the Rabbit Battery, it's a modified creature now, bing bong, overkill by 1 point of damage. Good games to our opponents. Pretty interesting hand. Little Creature Light, which I don't love, but Dueling Rapier and Upriser Renegade and, like, interaction and stuff. Creature Light, not Action Light. So I think I'll keep. Might do the Spikefield Hazard tapped on one. That's potentially incorrect, but... Okay, no, this is... feeling better, feeling good about our hand right now. I think we might be giving the rabbit a sword. Just because... Okay. Oh, I wish we had a little bit more mana, just because then we could punch through the egg this turn. But, yeah. I mean, we could... The other option here is we could Rabbit Battery, equip on Renegade, attack... Dueling Rapier or Kami's Flare. They can probably see through that. Although, I don't... Sorry, Dueling Rapier. I don't know why I said Kami's Flare. Do they take it? They do. Lovely. So, Upriser Renegade, trundling in for 4 points of damage on the egg. Big wall down, which is nice. Frostbite, sure. Okay, that's a decision our opponent made. Vroom. Raiju in hand is very good. We're at pretty high odds to draw land here. Rakdos. Ooh, Rakdos. Interesting. Okay. Lovely. We will pay the 3 life. And Raiju on in. Counter on the Raiju, because that grows the Renegade opponent on 5. Ooh, you'll love to see it. Yeah, even if they board wipe here, we'll still have the rabbit to work with, and our opponent throws in the towel. Good games to our opponent. Weirdly, one of the most functional hands we've had all day. Sorry, not all day. The past 2 or 3 matches I've had some real clunky multi-6s, which has been unfortunate. Okay, you'll love to see a just nice smooth curve out. Or, yeah, Upriser Renegade with counter on it here. If they're doing a Magda or something this turn... Ooh. So, Teamer, I think the, like, Magda lists and stuff still play blue for counter magic. Yeah, the thing we'll do here is just play that mountain, swing in with the lads, see how they assign blocks. They do not. So, Dueling Rapier on the Etching of Kumano. Oh, okay. That works. Or, like, you want that to resolve, but... Negate on a Dueling Rapier, I'm not going to complain about that. Yeah, there's the red mana Ranger class. Okay. They can probably tap it here to play out. There's the Magda. Lovely. Good to see you, good to have you, bye-bye Magda. So we ping that, which should slow them down significantly. Thundering Raiju, we will put the counter on the Etching of Kumano, because that will pump up both Upriser and Raiju. Opponent down to 3. Might be game. I'm always hesitant to do it early. Okay, sure. Hi, Helena and Elena. You're a very good Brawl commander. Good games to our opponents. Ooh, sure, this seems like a pretty okay hand. Smidge, tiny bit land light, but we are running a full 24 in a very low curved deck, so should be okay. Monk of the open hand, sure. We will do Fireblade Charger and a cost for 0 or pay 0 light up the night. We would love a land for Reckless Stormseeker, although if we don't, just like Kami Flare on, I was gonna say Illuminarch Aspirant, not too bad. Yeah, like this is fine. We could hold the Kami's Flare. I don't think we're that sad, like removing something next turn if they play something we want to kill, so. Just swing in with the team, hit them for 6. And there... Oh, is this like the 2022 build of Mono White? Ugh, okay. I mean, you do you, opponent. I'm just gonna shoot that monk. We're really not drawing lands, which is frustrating, but I think we'll be okay. We'll make it work. A swing in for probably... Oh, they don't even block something with the 1/1. Okay. Intrepid Adversary, sure. How do we want to block? Well, we're not drawing lands. We do have a Dueling Rapier to work with. So, swinging with the team. If they're greedy with blocks here, we just kill them. That's what I'm hoping will happen anyway with this. This strong proactive attack. Etching of Kumano? Sure. Yeah, if they try to keep the adversary up at all, we just kill them. Like... Oh, we might have guaranteed lethal. Like, if they block the Fireblade Charger, we can Dueling Rapier it anyway, and that negates the lifelink. Yeah. Despite not drawing any lands, we do get in for lethal there. Good games to our opponent. So, I think I'm going to end the video there. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Once again, clicking all the buttons helps the channel a lot, so, you know, do the YouTube things, engage, algorithm, etc. Sorry, that's a little much. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.